Welcome to the Basin Bulletin. I'm your host, Devin Caldwell. And in the next 300 seconds, we're going to let you know what's happening in the Basin. Here are this week's headlines: Children's Justice Center, baseball, Snow White Ballet, Dinosaurland Outdoor Expo, birthdays, and photo of the week. April is about here, and for some in our community, it's an opportunity to become more aware of child abuse. In any community, child abuse is a difficult problem to address. And for UN and DAG counties, there's a center where authorities do their best to help children feel comfortable as they talk about bad things that have happened to them.
I love my job and I love the people I work with.
Now, for someone who works with suspected children of abuse, that may seem odd. Yet, here's why she says she loves it after a child comes out of an interview.
You can see the load off their shoulders.
Tanya told us why the center is important to have in a community.
It is a comfortable, safe place for kids to talk about bad things that have happened to them.
They have also had a new building to work from during the past year. Tanya says the old building can't compare to the new one.
Our old building was falling apart. Pipes were breaking, freezing, collapsing.
Tanya also says the new building was able to accommodate over 200 interviews during 2010. The building houses a number of improvements: family waiting areas, a fully furnished medical examining room, and even themed interview rooms for the children. This is the Africa room. This is one of two rooms here in the center where children can be comfortable and be interviewed. But on the other side of this wall, there's another room, the monitoring room, where law enforcement can use the state-of-the-art equipment. Tanya also wants to see more community members to educate themselves about possible victims.
It's not very pleasant, and a lot of people don't want to think that it's happening here.
You can report suspected cases of abuse to your local police department or Department of Child and Family Services. The Children's Justice Center will be holding an awareness walk at the Una Community Center on April 30th in conjunction with National Child Abuse Prevention Month. The first 100 people will receive a free t-shirt. Although snow is still in the forecast, baseball has started in the Basin. Uinta High School hosted their first home game against Emory. It was a windy day, and the Utes lost the game 14-3. Vernal Youth Baseball also started their season with tryouts on Saturday. Many families woke up to snow on the ground, but the Vernal Youth Baseball website was updated to say that tryouts would still be held, and candidates were advised to dress warm. By 3 p.m., the weather had warmed up enough not to need a coat, but the fields were still too wet. The tryouts were held just outside the Ashley Valley Diamonds on the grass due to the snow. A free ballet was performed for the Basin at the Vernal Middle School. The Snow White Ballet had performances ranging all from preschool on up past high schoolers. The ballet depicted many familiar scenes from the fairy tale. Many proud parents were in attendance and cheered as their child came on stage. The ballet was put on by the Powerhouse Dancers and directed by Tanya Wheeler. Let's now look at the Info Center, brought to you by the Uinta Recreation District, reminding you it can make healthy living fun and convenient for you and your whole family. The Utah Music Teachers Association is sponsoring this afternoon of instruction. Dr. Kevin Olson, a professor at USU, will be the presenter. Altamont High School will present a play for the community, The Wrong Side of the Tracks. Tickets are $3 and all proceeds go towards the state drama trip. The Utah State University Jazz Orchestra and Choir will be performing a free concert April 8th, 7:30 p.m. at the Vernal Middle School. The tennis program sign-ups at the Uinta Recreation District are available with a deadline on April 6th. Many other spring events are happening at the district. Check out uintarecreation.org for full details. Basinites were able to enjoy a cultural gamut of activities this last week, starting from sports to ballet, and then finally to an outdoor show to finish the week. The Dinosaurland Outdoor Show was held at the Western Park on Friday and Saturday. Booths featured big game outfitters to displays of Basin taxidermy mounts, including the Basin buck that is one of only 17 mule deer to bust the 300-inch mark. Both local merchants and out-of-town merchants showcased at the expo. Now a shout out to Basin birthdays: Jennifer Hall, Susan Johnson, Sarah Litton, Markel Devereaux, Danielle Timothy, Josh Cook, and Amy Ross. If you'd like to give a shout out to somebody on their birthday, send us a note to our email at info@vtvchannel6.com. Our picture of the week comes from Kevin Struthers. Again, he's a running fool, and more than that, He's a running fool that takes his camera with him and gets in a few miles before heading off to work. He mentions this scene will become a raging river in a few weeks. Thanks, Kevin. Keep those pictures coming. And if you want to have the picture shown on here, send us your pictures to our email at info@vtvchannel6.com. And that's it for another broadcast. Thanks for joining us and have a fantastic week, and we hope to see you again right here next week on the Basin Bulletin.